afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Live at 4 on this Thanksgiving Eve. Brady Mallory's along today.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. Do you have your turkey brine, the mashed potatoes, chilling?
They'll all arrive tomorrow.
Okay.
Big box.
That's the way to do it.
I just have to heat it up. Okay. We'll talk about Thanksgiving and the travel coming up. But first, here's what's making news on this Wednesday.
A deadly car explosion at the border between the U.S. and Canada comes amid heightened concerns about national security. I'm Bradley Blackburn with what witnesses saw and how law enforcement is responding.
We'll go to Evansville in Rock County, where plans are in the works for a huge soybean plant. We'll show you how it's going to affect the area. And
America is on the move. Thanksgiving Day travel is underway. What to expect in the next few days. But first, we'll start with what is breaking news this afternoon. A border crossing between the U.S. and Canada is closed after a car exploded at a checkpoint near Niagara Falls, killing 2 people.
That incident comes at a moment of heightened security the day before New York's Thanksgiving parade. Bradley Blackburn has the story.
Witnesses describe a fireball at this border crossing between the U.S. and Canada. A car exploded at a checkpoint at Rainbow Bridge near Niagara Falls.
The car was coming flying back here like over 100 miles an hour. We could hardly even see me. It was going that quick.
This witness saw the impact.
And then it looked like he hit the fence and this fire started. And then all of a sudden he went up in the air and then it was a ball of fire like 30, 40 feet high. I've never seen anything like it.
The border incident comes as New York law enforcement prepares for a major event, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Thousands of police officers will be positioned along the parade route.
Our heavy weapons teams, our blocker trucks, officers deployed throughout the route.
CBS News has reviewed a threat assessment for the parade, warning about the heightened threat environment due to the Israel-Hamas conflict. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
4 of the U.S.-Canada border crossings were closed after the explosion while authorities investigate the crash.
Let's take a look outside. Oh, here we go.
Oh my gosh, those turkeys, they need to be in hiding. Get out of there.
They're not going to be anybody's dinner, at least this year.
They're brave.
They are brave.
They're not chickens, those turkeys.
Going cold turkey. The weather words. Alex is in the backyard. Not a bad day.
No, not at all. You scared me for a second there with those turkey video. I had to look behind me to see if that was live. We just got squirrels back there right now. But yeah, we will be a cold turkey if you are going to be outside tomorrow. It'll be a chilly day, temperatures in the 40s. Then even colder as we head towards the shopping Friday and the upcoming holiday weekend. Your travel looking good for the most part. Temperatures just on the cooler side. We are tracking snow shower chances as we go into Sunday. Right now we got 41 in Madison, 42 in Middleton, 42 in Cross Plains, 41 to the south. Our friends in Belleville. So hanging on to 46 in Boscobel, 40 to the south in Monroe, 43 to the north in the Dells, and 44 even further to the north up in Camp Douglas. It will be a chilly night tonight. We'll go down for low temperatures right around 30 degrees as the sun sets and the skies clear out. That allows things to cool on down. Here we go on your Turkey Day temperatures right around 40. A little bit cooler off towards the north and towards the west. That's a hint of things to come. We do have colder temperatures coming in the forecast. As we sit down to eat, if this is what you choose to do on your Thanksgiving, temperatures starting off right around 30. If you're going to get the turkey out around noon, 38 degrees. If you get the turkey out a little bit later, 41 degrees. That's what we'll do for our high temperature on your Turkey Day. We'll take a look at some viewer photos here. You know I like to show the weather, not just report the weather when we come back for Maine weather. And we'll track those snow chances and how much you might expect. That's coming up.
All right. Thank you, Alex. We'll check back. And a reminder, Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is here answering your plant and garden questions. Email those questions right now to tips@channel3000.com. We'll get to them later in the newscast. Again, it's tips@channel3000.com. Well, soybeans may be small, but their presence in Rock County is big. A multi-million-dollar soybean plant is in the early talks to come to Evansville.
Catherine Merck spent the day at the future site of the proposed development.
The city of Evansville is growing, and it has been for years. Rock County is the biggest grower of soybeans in the state, and Evansville has its eyes on a plant that's going to help the industry here.
This will be the largest industrial development investment that we've had.
City Administrator Jason Sargent said.
And this is another rendering that they provided.
CHS, a farmer-owned cooperative based in St. Paul, Minnesota, is currently working to secure city approval to build the soybean processing facility on 300 acres of farmland on the city's east side. $700 million would be invested into the plant if it ends up going through.
And south of that will be a big loop for the train to come in.
For farmers in the area, this shows growth beyond what's already in the field.
Rock County is the highest producing county for soybeans in the state. We grow about 6 million bushel here in Rock County a year.
The city tells me it hopes to break ground on the project in the spring of 2024 and then open up in the fall of 2026. Reporting in Evansville, I'm Catherine Merck, News 3 Now.
Well, holiday travelers are starting their final sprint.
Good luck, everyone. About 2.7 million people were expected to board flights today. Here's a live look at the Los Angeles International Airport. I'm glad I'm here. Well, Sunday is expected to set an all-time record of 2.9 million. Airlines and the Federal Aviation Administration say they're prepared for the onslaught, but airport security lines could be long. Delta is telling passengers to arrive to the airport at least 2 or 3 hours before their flight. On the positive side, though, the government says airfares are lower than they were last year, and gas prices are down too. Experts say today will be the busiest day on the roads during the Thanksgiving holiday. Chris Van Cleve checks out the situation.
It's not been a holiday trek many drivers will be thankful for, as a major storm dumped heavy rain and wind from Illinois to Georgia and throughout the Northeast.
There was an area where it was quite slick. Everyone slowed down. There was 3 tow trucks pulling people out of the ditches.
Today is expected to be the busiest travel day before Thanksgiving, which is why Nathaniel Blevins left for Austin, Texas yesterday.
We are leaving early, don't tell my boss, but we are trying to beat the traffic. I mean, Dallas is a monster to drive in, so the earlier we can get out, the earlier we can enjoy the Thanksgiving festivities.
In Los Angeles, holiday drivers and rush hour combined for this sea of red lights. AAA expects more than 49 million will be driving, up slightly from last year when gas was about 36 cents more a gallon.
That's about $5 every time you're fueling up.
Does the gas prices being noticeably lower, does that encourage somebody to take a trip that they otherwise would have taken?
We have found no matter where gas prices are, high or low, people are still going to go, because when they budget in to go for a trip, they're just going to go.
Airports expect some of their biggest crowds of the holiday as well.
We just figured the closer it is to the actual holiday, the more busy it will be, I imagine.
New York God's Tommy.
Tommy Moorville is watching over about 370 departures from United Airlines Newark Airport Operations Center.
We do the million things behind the scenes that nobody sees so that we can safely operate. If anything's going wrong, we try to minimize the disruption both to the customers and all the people working here.
AAA says Wednesday afternoon will be the very worst time to drive, between 2 and about 6 p.m., where the rush and rush hour combined say travel times could be up to 80% longer than normal. The best time to drive at this point would be Thanksgiving morning. Chris Van Cleve, CBS News, New York.
And as you get ready to prepare your Thanksgiving meal, the Madison Fire Department has some very important safety reminders. So a lot of it seems like common sense, but with all the hustle and bustle of the holidays and a lot of people in the house, things can get chaotic. They encourage you to keep a safe zone from pets and kids, keep them away from the stove and other cooking areas. And if you're deep frying a turkey, don't do that.
Don't.
Be in a safe location, please.
So I would make sure that it's outside, make sure it's not on anything that is wood, such as your deck. Make sure that it's far enough away from your home or anything that could catch fire, so that if anything bad does happen, it's just that, and you lose a turkey and that's it.
Make sure it is thawed before you deep fry. Cannot stress that enough. And try to dry the turkey as much as possible. It'll brown better. And don't use too much cooking oil. That could overflow and ignite the flames.
Well, President Biden spoke with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu today. The start of a new agreement between Israel and Hamas is now just hours from taking effect. Dozens of families are desperately waiting to be reunited with their loved ones, but a deal calls for the release of at least 50 women and children held hostage by Hamas. The U.S. helped broker the deal for a 4-day pause in fighting, which could be extended if more hostages are released. Israel also agreed to allow more humanitarian aid into Gaza, including cooking oil and fuel. At least 150 Palestinian women and teenagers are also expected to be let out of Israeli detention centers.
Our focus right now that the deal is inked, is implementation and execution of it. And we're going to be watching very closely to make sure all sides comport with their agreements.
Its national security spokesman John Kirby says the Biden administration is hopeful the deal could lead to the release of additional hostages. In Wisconsin, our state Supreme Court heard a gerrymandering lawsuit this week, which could pave the way for completely new legislative districts.
Oh, that could shake up the balance of power in the state capitol. It's also something advocates have been pushing for a long time. Political reporter Will Keneally sat down with one of them. Will.
Well, Mark and Brady, for many who have been around Wisconsin politics for a while, Dale Schultz may be a familiar face. He represented the Richland Center area as a Republican in the state Senate until 2015. He's been an advocate for fair redistricting practices, joining Democratic colleagues in that push. And we sat down with him at the Capitol yesterday during a break in the Supreme Court arguments.
Never until the most recent redistricting was the employment of analytics and computers used, which dramatically skewed the impact of the redistricting process. And I think, frankly, made the entire process undemocratic.
Now, in 2011, the Republican-controlled legislature redrew the maps in a way that many argue unfairly benefits them, using some of the analytics that Schultz describes there. And that's at the crux of an argument made during the Supreme Court yesterday. And in that case, it could be decided relatively quickly. We'll have more from our sit-down with Schultz at 5 o'clock.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Will. Yeah. Well, the Red Cross is opening up its donation process to more people after decades of tighter regulations.
It's a personal story for News 3 Now's Josh Spreiter. For decades, those in the gay community haven't been able to donate blood. But now that changes. The American Red Cross is implementing updated FDA blood donation guidelines. Josh met up with Kyle Kreigel with the American Red Cross of Wisconsin to hear about the changes ahead of donating blood for the first time as an openly gay man.
Everyone's held to the same standards to when you're going through the questionnaires, to make sure that you are eligible to donate. It's so welcoming to see new folks coming in that, couldn't donate before and now can.
Well, you can follow along with Josh's journey as a first-time blood donor. He'll reveal the updates that made it possible and take you through each step of the donation visit. That story is tonight only on News 3 Now at 10.
A new off-Broadway musical based on the 1997 blockbuster film Titanic is turning one of the greatest love stories of all time into a hilarious parody. Titanic stars the multi-talented singer and actress Jackie Burns in the role of Celine Dion. The show features some of the French-Canadian superstar's greatest hits and tells the story of what really happened to Jack and Rose that fateful night. Burns sat down with the hosts of CBS Mornings to explain how she transforms into the role.
I went on a very deep YouTube dive. The second I got the audition, I was like, okay, I gotta do my research. And I went all things Celine Dion. She leads with her heart, you know what I mean? There's no, Jackie, will sometimes, hunch a little bit and be like, hi, how are you? There's none of that. She is so, pure-hearted, and I find that I am now getting a little bit more like, hi, okay.
If you're in New York for the holidays, you can catch Jackie Burns in Titanic at the Darryl Roth Theater in New York City. It's there until June of 2024.
That's a good impression.
Celine Dion. Celine Dion.
I've heard that that's really good.
Yeah, it looks hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, still to come at 4, 60 years ago today, the world changed forever.
We'll look back at the day President John F. Kennedy was killed in Dallas, Texas, and how America reacted. Stay with us.
Hey, Packers fans, how about celebrating the Packers season in a new 2023 Chevy Colorado Trail Boss? Hey, kick off your winning season with Quick Rewards Packers points only from Quick Trip. For every dollar you spend with Quick Rewards, you'll earn a Packers point. Then with your Quick Rewards app, spend points for your chance to win amazing prizes throughout the season. Your winning season starts at Quick Trip with Quick Rewards Packers points. See QuickTrip.com/sweepstakes for details.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
My dry eyes made me a burning, stinging 5 times a day.
Makeup smearing, drops user.
I want another option. That's not another drop.
Tyrvaya. It's not another drop. It's the first and only nasal spray for dry eye. Tyrvaya treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease fast by helping your body produce its own real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relying only on drops? Not me. My own real tears are my relief.
Ask your eye doctor about Tyrvaya.
It's that time of year again, America. So let's light up the season during the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Choose from a large inventory of Ford vehicles equipped with technology, space, and flexibility for any season. Get special offers on our adventure-ready SUVs or on our great selection of Ford trucks. And make the holidays bright with Ford. Choose FlexBuy on Escape, Explorer, or Bronco with 2.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus 1,000 FlexBuy and 500 low APR cash.
When dry eye symptoms keep coming back, inflammation might be to blame. Over-the-counter eye drops can provide temporary relief. Xiidra can provide lasting relief. It targets inflammation that can cause dry eye disease. Xiidra treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. Don't use if allergic to Xiidra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort or blurred vision when applied, and unusual taste sensation. Why wait? Ask your doctor about a 90-day prescription and pay as little as $0. Xiidra.
McGann Furniture is closing its doors. The owners are retiring. It's the final weeks of our going out of business sale. Everything in the store must be sold. Store-wide markdowns of up to 47%. Plus, we're taking reasonable offers on everything. Make us an offer on quality name brand furniture, including Amish, dining room sets, bedroom sets, recliners, upholstery, and mattresses. Free financing, special sale hours. Hurry in today to the final weeks going out of business sale at McGann Furniture, downtown Baraboo. You'll be glad you did.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Welcome back. The NFL is offering a very busy lineup over the long holiday weekend with 3 games on Thanksgiving Day, including the Green Bay Packers at Detroit at 11:30 tomorrow morning. You're going to have a busy weekend.
It's to keep people from talking about politics.
Maybe so.
Well, there's also a game on Black Friday for the first time ever and a full slate of matchups on Sunday. Now, one of the teams gearing up to take the field is the Dallas Cowboys, who take on the Washington Commanders on Thanksgiving Day. I'll be watching that halftime show, by the way.
Oh, yes. Dolly is singing.
And Roger Goodell spoke with CBS Mornings host Nate Burleson about the state of the league and Super Bowl 58 in Las Vegas, the first Super Bowl to ever take place in Nevada.
The challenge side of it comes, I think there are going to be a lot of people in Vegas, and there are going to be a lot of people there who aren't going to have tickets, but they're going to want to be part of that whole thrill, that whole weekend. And so we just have to make sure that we're doing all the right things to make sure that our fans come and have a great time.
Super Bowl 58 will be played February 11th at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, and you can watch it right here on CBS.
That thing looks like a Roomba in person.
It does.
That stadium.
Oh. The Wisconsin football team wraps up its regular season.
You could care less.
Those are fancy. Too
Yes,
fancy for me. Okay, the football team wraps up its regular season this Saturday afternoon with a game at Minnesota.
They're playing for the Paul Bunyan Axe, a tradition that started in 1948, but they're also playing to prove the team has come together under Coach Fickell. Former UW tight end Travis Beckham is this week's guest on the Wisconsin Huddle, and he told sports director Zach Hanley what the players need to do when they face the Gophers.
But we're going to need our linebackers to step up, defensive line. We're going to have to get together and realize that with us going in, and again, prior to the uncertainty coming in this year, that there could be people that aren't going to be with this program next year. There's a ton of pressure on the coaches and the fan base, the players, to be great. And just know that this Saturday and then obviously in the bowl game that this could potentially be the last time that you end up playing with some of the guys sitting right next to you.
And a programming note, this week's edition of the Wisconsin Huddle will air at a special time tonight at 6:30, right after News 3 Now at 6. Stocks cruised into Thanksgiving on a high note. The Dow Industrials gained 184 points. The NASDAQ goes up 65. The S&P 500 added 18 points. To Today marks 60 years since the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. In Dallas today, the John F. Kennedy Park for Hope, Healing, and Heroes was officially dedicated. The assassination was a watershed moment in American history.
And in American conspiracy thinking. As Michael George reports, those conspiracies have persisted through the decades, and according to one historian, it's a way of thinking that's always been part of this country.
The undisputed fact of November 22nd, 1963 was that America had lost its 35th president.
President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time.
CBS's Walter Cronkite broke the news to a shocked nation. John F. Kennedy had died after being shot in Dallas. But almost everything that followed became fodder for conspiracy theories.
There really is a before JFK's assassination and after if you're looking at conspiracy thinking.
Dr. Jonathan Earl is the dean at LSU Ogden Honors College at Louisiana State University.
There's no single event connected with the assassination of President Kennedy that's not that people can all agree on. Everything is contested.
Earl says that while American conspiracy thinking dates back to colonial witch trials, Kennedy's assassination in the television era was a turning point.
Hundreds of millions of people watched President Kennedy's funeral, watched Lee Harvey Oswald get murdered on live television.
The sixth floor museum at Dealey Plaza in Dallas makes it a mission to present the facts about JFK's time in Texas and his legacy.
It's an incredibly complicated piece of history. The world was thrown into chaos. We take the path of unfolding what happened, and you make your own meaning out of it. It's a way I think many people who don't appreciate history can find themselves in this really complicated story, and that it does still matter today.
A banner exhibit currently marks the president's motorcade route through Dallas that fateful day, presenting a tangible way for those piecing together history to follow its actual course. Michael George, CBS News.
And coming up later in the program, a special Wednesday edition of the Traveler Throwback Thursday.
I paid a visit to Richland Center 40 years ago to see how residents reacted on the 20th anniversary of the assassination of JFK. Well, are you planning on deep frying your turkey tomorrow?
Be careful, everyone. Jeannie Mose looks at what some are calling Turkenheimer. You'll see why. That's coming up after Alex's holiday forecast.
We're proudly closed Thanksgiving Day, but hurry in Wednesday to Ashley for all-day savings of up to 83% off Black Friday deals store-wide. Plus, get speedy delivery and low monthly payments that fit your budget. Only at Ashley.
Salonpas, makers of powerful pain relief patches for 89 years, believes in continuous improvement, like rounded corners that resist peeling, with an array of active ingredients and sizes to relieve your pain. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
Welcome back to Sam's Hot Takes. What's hot now? Spectrum One Stream. It's internet, unlimited mobile, advanced Wi-Fi, and this Xumo Stream Box free with Spectrum TV. It makes searching for shows and movies across live TV and streaming apps easy. It's streaming simplified.
Get internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Plus add Spectrum TV and get a free Xumo Stream Box for 12 months. Call 833-788-4999. Visit Spectrum.com or stop by a Spectrum store today.
At Informed Choice Insurance Agency, we're proud of our 5-star reviews.
My agent Matthew explained everything about Medicare and the needed supplemental insurance. He took the time to show me several different plans and the plus and minuses of each policy.
Andrea was amazing, from her knowledge to her presentation to her skills in navigating complicated and intimidating waters. I cannot emphasize enough how much she helped me and my family.
Need help with your Medicare or Marketplace health plans? Get 5-star service at Informed Choice Insurance Agency.
A 33-year-old woman has fenders and a new headlight installed on her bike, but the parts are badly designed and cause her to crash. She never walks again. She decides to hire Habish, & Rotier, and she receives $14.5 million. The Habish team negotiates with the headlight manufacturer in Germany, the fender company in Hong Kong, the fender designer in Madison, and the bike shop in Seattle. It is literally the opposite of one phone call and a quick settlement. Habish, & Rotier, national reputation, hometown service.
The spring could just break. Precision is there to help.
We have fully stocked vehicles to fix any problem you have that same day, and we are all over the Madison area.
You're just one phone call away from getting your garage door fixed today.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Hi,
Hi, I'm Gary Canulti, and I'm inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join me March 23rd through April 1st as we become immersed in Hawaiian culture and take in breathtaking views of Oahu, Kauai, and Maui. Enjoy a balance of scheduled must-see attractions and free time to relax in paradise. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword WISC for more information and to watch a travel show. Or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
We're proudly closed Thanksgiving Day, but hurry in Wednesday to Ashley for all-day savings of up to 83% off Black Friday deals store-wide. Plus, get speedy delivery and low monthly payments that fit your budget. Only at Ashley.
Well, take a look at this. It may be getting colder here, but down under, it's almost summer. Animals at the Perth Zoo faced soaring temperatures today. In a video released by the zoo, elephants, lemurs, and penguins can be seen splashing about, nibbling on icy fruit blocks, and doing laps in a pool. Temperatures will remain above 95 degrees through the weekend.
That's where you want to be in that.
It's an upside-down world.
Now, Brady, I know you're partial to the possum out there. What do you think of the lemurs? Do you like them more?
Oh, they were cute.
They're cute, too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything in that video was cute.
Summer down there?
Summer down there.
Quick reminder, Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is here answering your plant and garden questions. Email those questions to tips@channel3000.com. We'll get to those later in the newscast. Lisa is already here standing by. All right, so good travel weather around here.
Yeah, good travel weather for a good portion of the country. We'll be tracking, though, some snow coming up in our forecast. Will that impact our travel? That's coming up.
Stoughton Health has 3 convenient urgent care locations for the care you need without the wait. We have clinics in Oregon, Stoughton, and McFarland with extended hours to fit your schedule. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
My dry eyes made me a burning, stinging 5 times a day.
Makeup smearing, drops user.
I want another option. That's not another drop.
Tyrvaya. It's not another drop. It's the first and only nasal spray for dry eye. Tyrvaya treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease fast by helping your body produce its own real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relying only on drops? Not me. My own real tears are my relief.
Ask your eye doctor about Tyrvaya.
And here's your weather for this holiday weekend.
Holiday weekend.
There's a high pressure system coming from the north.
I don't even know about shopping yet, though. What am I going to do?
Hey, buddy. Make it easy on yourself.
Holiday scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery are here, with prices ranging from $1 to $20 and top prizes up to $100,000. With so many games to choose from, it's easy to find gifts for everyone at your local lottery retailer.
How do you like that?
Menards 11% sale is ending on Thanksgiving Day. Don't wait. Get a new garage door today before it ends. Menards carries more than 12 options of garage doors with different styles and colors to choose from. In stock and ready to take home today. Hurry in and get this 9x7 insulated garage door for $449.99 after 11% rebate. Don't wait until winter sets in. And don't miss out on Menards 11% sale before it ends.
Save big money at Menards.
You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont it. You want some ice time, a nice time, so good you post it twice time. You want some cheer? Now I'll show you where you gotta be. Tell you who you gotta see. Ooh, it's gonna make you smile. You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont.
Enjoy the magic of the North Pole, just east of O'Hare, with miles of memories waiting to be made. To Rosemont it your way, start at rosemont.com.
Rosemont it.
Stoughton Health has 3 convenient urgent care locations for the care you need without the wait. We have clinics in Oregon, Stoughton, and McFarland with extended hours to fit your schedule. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
And happy Turkey Day Eve here, folks. Plenty to talk about in our Turkey Day forecast. We're going to be dry for much of the next 10 days and staying cold for much of the next 10 days. That, I guess, isn't the big thing to talk about. The bigger thing that's coming in our forecast is that entering that chance of snow showers that we were talking about over the weekend, and now it's back in the forecast. Let's break down, though, your turkey day. We'll start off with temperatures right around 30 degrees. You have to run to the grocery store for something else. You'll need to bundle up just a bit. Then as we head towards that grand lunch hour, temperatures approaching near 40 degrees, and then we'll do 40, 41 out there, passing cloud or two, but much of the day is going to be a very sunny one out there. Again, we'll do 30 starting off as the sun comes on up. Maybe 30 in Lone Rock, 32 in Baraboo, 29 in Camp Douglas, and 32 our friends down to the south towards the Wisconsin-Illinois border. There's those high temperatures, but note the cooler temperatures up towards La Crosse at 34. That's a hint of things to come. Cooler weather is on the way. Chilly on your turkey day, but look at behind me here for that big shopping Friday. We dropped 10 degrees, so bundle up if you will be out and about shopping at some of those outdoor shopping centers. Our travel forecast, we're updating this one too. We're going to move into the weekend here. Friday dry, Saturday dry, but cold. But now Sunday, enter those snow shower chances. We're looking at some minor accumulations, and we can track that here with their future track model. See the blue across much of the area by the time we get later now into your Saturday night, so it's a little bit earlier. Carrying on into your Sunday, maybe a brief period or two where the snow comes down at a little bit more of a decent clip out there, but it scoots on out to the east, so we might even get a break or two in the skies later on your Sunday. Amounts inch or less, but that can be impactful out there. It doesn't take much to cause a slick spot or two. So your bottom line here, the recap, typical Thanksgiving weather, turning colder by that shopping day Friday and the upcoming weekend, and then watching that snow shower chance as we carry out into the future. After that weather system, it's breezy, it's dry out there, folks. Temperatures staying cooler than normal as we go out into next week. Normal high temperatures this time of year are right around 40 degrees, so be just a little bit under 40 degrees. Got to bring in the viewer photos here. Thanks, Ignacio from Johnson Creek for sending us that pretty photo, and Deb from Blue Mound sending us the last of those fall colors out there. Channel3000.com/weather. That's the way to do it, folks. And I think we have some other photos that we're going to look at here. Thanks, Keith, for sending us that photo, sunny photo. There's the snow we had yesterday morning, just a little bit, and then it was gone. Dan sending us this picture. Look at the birds out there right out by the Capitol. Carol sending us this very pretty photo out there, too. Again, you can always send us these weather photos, channel3000.com. As part of our Turkey Day forecast, I'd like to see some of those turkey pictures, the beautiful weather that we're going to have tomorrow.
Speaking of turkeys, look at this.
I told you there was a costume change. Does it work okay?
Yeah, it does. Very nice.
It's going to ruin my hair, though.
Well, I have hairspray for you that you can
well,
borrow.
I may have to go back there and help myself to it.
I've got you.
Where did you get that?
It's a nice hat.
Well, one of our colleagues has this hat, and I said, could I borrow it? They said, sure. I've been waiting all week.
Grandma Harrington's going to get a kick out of that.
She is. Hopefully she's watching. Looking at. We got new cameras here. Just
over here.
6. Okay. Yeah. Hopefully Grandma's watching, because I'll be heading out to Grandma's just shortly after this.
Over the hills and through the woods.
To Grandmother's house we go.
Tell her hi.
I will do that.
Thank you, Alex.
Yeah.
Gobble gobble. It's a Thanksgiving classic for some people, anyway.
That's not the turkey itself, but rather a video with tips on avoiding burns when deep frying the bird. Here we go. Jeannie Mose has more.
That bad boy is ready.
Who's calling who a bad boy? We humans are the ones who need public service announcements to teach us cook the turkey, not your home. The annual PSA from the Consumer Product Safety Commission was even put to music. A banger to drive home the dangers of deep frying turkeys. This is the coolest thing that could kill me ever. Combining two American favorites, explosions and turkey. Turkenheimer, someone dubbed it, a play on Oppenheimer, the name of one of the creators of the atomic bomb. The turkeys on TikTok are running wild.
I want you to breathe in and breathe out.
Attempting turkey breast compressions and injections of seasoning.
And because the times we living in, not even the turkey could be safe from getting vaccinated. So I injected it with this juice.
A first-timer recorded his deep frying debut.
And now we about to hit the Crisco Disco with this bad boy right here.
But this Crisco Disco Inferno almost burned his hand.
Get it unhooked, dude. I couldn't get it unhooked.
Some do the turkey strut over the deep-fried taste. So what are some turkey frying tips? Thaw the turkey, dry the turkey. Don't overfill the pot with hot oil. Keep away from structures. And if all this leaves you too chicken to deep fry a turkey, consider just wearing one. Jeannie Most, CNN, New York.
That's banging, right?
That's why Alex had the hat on.
Well, everybody's got hats.
Yeah. Have you ever had a Thanksgiving mishap like that?
No.
No.
I would deep fry anything.
I always wanted a deep fried turkey.
Apparently it's very good.
Yeah. We're mostly Norwegian in my family, so that would have been too spicy.
Yeah.
The joke was salt was too spicy for us.
All right, when we come back, I'll look back in time as we head to the Richland Center in this week's Traveler Throwback kind of Thursday.
And then at 5, how to get a safe ride if you end up drinking a little more than you should on Thanksgiving.
Happy holidays from our Dwellings family to yours.
Happy holidays!
It's that time of year again, America. So let's light up the season during the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Choose from a large inventory of Ford vehicles equipped with technology, space, and flexibility for any season. Get special offers on our adventure-ready SUVs or on our great selection of Ford trucks. And make the holidays bright with Ford. Choose FlexBuy on Edge with 1.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus 1,000 FlexBuy and 1,000 low APR cash. Only at your local Ford dealer.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing Spectrum One Stream with internet, advanced Wi-Fi, mobile, and now TV with the all-new Xumo Stream Box. It's streaming simplified. Get Spectrum One Stream with fast and reliable internet for $49.99 a month. Free advanced Wi-Fi, a free unlimited mobile line, and a free Xumo Stream Box when you add Spectrum TV. Go to spectrum.com/stream, a Spectrum store, or call 833-976-4999.
Nobody wants to think about cold weather, but now's the time to winterproof your home. Is your house cold every winter? Your home needs foam. Are your heating costs too high? Your home needs foam. Do you have different temperatures in different rooms? Your home needs foam. USA Premium Foam is over 35% more efficient than ordinary, weaker insulation. Winterproof now and get 0% financing for 72 months.
USA Insulation.
Our city has a pulse. Steps from bustling and wild. Come find familiar. Experience new. Live in our rhythm and stay.
New at 5, Will Keneally goes one-on-one with a Republican in support of fair maps. Hear former Senator Dale Schultz's unique perspective exclusively on News 3 Now.
It'll be a chilly but dry Thanksgiving day for southern Wisconsin. Even colder weather arrives for Black Friday shoppers. There'll be some snow showers and flurries from Saturday night into Sunday morning. At 5, I'll let you know how much snow to expect.
And ahead at 6, a groundbreaking $700 million soybean processing facility is growing roots in Evansville. How this massive project could impact the small town's economy tonight at 6.
Here's a live shot from our Queen Bee camera. What is it?
It's a beautiful sunset.
It's in
over
Platteville.
Yeah. As everyone gets ready for their big Thanksgiving feast and, you know, safely deep frying their turkeys tomorrow. Remember that. Well, as we reported earlier today, November 22nd marks the 60th anniversary of the assassination of President Kennedy.
40 years ago today, we traveled to Richland Center to mark the 20th anniversary, and for many residents there, JFK held a special place in their hearts.
To the 5,000 residents of Richland Center, John F. Kennedy was flesh and blood. They talked to him. They shook his hand. Today, they remember back to 1959, September 25th, when Candidate Kennedy paid them a visit. It was big news then. Presidential candidates don't usually come around here. They don't spend time at your house. But John Kennedy did. He stopped by Pete and Arlene Athanas' house. They remembered.
He was a very articulate man, very attractive, a real personality.
After we met him, we realized he's just another person, human being with special qualities.
It was a short visit, but Kennedy stayed long enough to write a note to their 6-year-old son. Arlene says it seems like yesterday. Then they came to a big party here at the old Park Hotel. 20 years have taken their toll on the once elegant park. Joe Kelch was a reporter for the local radio station back then. He interviewed Kennedy.
They just were charming people.
Just past noon, 4 years later, November 22nd, 1963, just after the church bells rang through the Richland County hills, Joe had finished his noon newscast on WRCO radio. 20 years ago today, he remembers.
Bell rang incessantly on the machine, the UPI machine, and I went over the teletype, and I read, and I have the copy here. 3 shots were fired at President Kennedy's motorcade today in downtown Dallas. And flash, just almost instantaneously, Kennedy seriously wounded, perhaps seriously, perhaps fatally, by assassin's bullet. And then you had to go and read that on the air, and I choked up, but I got it through somehow.
For Pete and Arlene and Joe, and for all of us, this all seems so long ago, and it seems like yesterday.
I think of him often, and it was a very devastating time, I think, for us when he was assassinated. We felt close to him after having met him.
He epitomized so much about the American people. It was a very, very sad time in our lives.
It was a very sad time. I was in 2nd grade, and I remember it so clearly.
Well, and then the conversations with those folks, I mean, obviously, they were still feeling it deep. What was it, 20 years after
20 years
that
after,
story?
yeah. So, day in history. All right, Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is here answering your plant and garden questions. Email those questions to tips@channel3000.com. We'll get your questions right after this.
High school athletics look a lot different than they have in years past, and Dr. Prosser with Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin shares his insight with us today on Buzzed into Madison.
So the rate of injury in high school athletes, it's actually increasing. Some studies show that it's actually going up exponentially, and it is multifactorial. Present day kids now tend to focus on a single sport. So whereas the stress they would put on their ligaments and tendons and bones when it was seasonal, now that is tripled, quadrupled because they're just doing that same sport repetitively for a year. Also, a lot of fields have changed from grass to turf, and there's multiple studies showing that the rate of injuries on turf has also increased compared to natural grass. I think there are multiple ways we can kind of try to prevent or minimize that. One way is if people can try to play multiple sports, at least as long as they can. If they have aspirations of maybe playing in high school, college, or professionally, I still think you can play multiple sports up until that time. And then if you choose to specialize in high school, I think that's fine. I think if you can add in lifting, if you can add in running, if you can add in stretching, anything you can do outside that specific sport, I think that helps substantially. Really, with the repetitive stresses we're putting on our ligaments, tendons, muscles, and bones, anything we can do to work sort of the opposite muscles, anything we can do to stretch those muscles, especially for strengthening, is definitely going to help minimize those injuries.
Learn more at orthospinecenters.com. I'm Emmy Fink, and you're Buzzed into Madison.
Menards' 11% sale is ending on Thanksgiving Day. Don't wait to finish your bathroom project today. We've got a great selection of lighting, vanities, hardware, and bathroom accessories to make a statement with your bathroom design. Check out our great selection of lines, tubs, and showers that will match your style and budget while refreshing your bathroom. This linear seated shower is $622.99 after 11% rebate. Don't miss out and head to Menards before the 11% sale ends.
Save big money at Menards.
My dry eyes made me a burning, stinging 5 times a day.
Makeup smearing, drops user.
I want another option. That's not another drop.
Tyrvaya. It's not another drop. It's the first and only nasal spray for dry eye. Tyrvaya treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease fast by helping your body produce its own real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relying only on drops? Not me. My own real tears are my relief.
Ask your eye doctor about Tyrvaya.
All right, folks, we're watching 12 eastbound here on the Beltline slowly pick up speed, 25 miles per hour, but it's been as low as 15 miles per hour all the way along the southern part of our Beltline because of a crash south on US 51 down on Stoughton Road. So if you are heading off towards the east on the Beltline, beware that it's going to be a slow go. As we head off towards the south and towards the east, Janesville, things are working okay here northbound and southbound at 70 miles per hour. Our friends up towards the north, up towards the Dells, things are doing pretty okay up there at 70 miles per hour. Once we get that crash cleared on the Beltline, I think things will be an easy go with the traffic overnight with good weather conditions.
All right, Alex. Let's switch to our traffic cam in Minneapolis now. We have a bird's eye view of I-94 from a red-tailed hawk. The bird seems more interested in the camera than the traffic is staring deeply into the camera.
I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille. Look at that hawk.
He is ready to go.
What he's doing.
Lisa Briggs from the Roost Company is here answering your plant and garden questions. Email them to tips@channel3000.com. Welcome to you.
Hello.
Tis the season.
Tis the season. Yes. After tomorrow, we can officially move on to the winter holidays.
Oh. Move on to and the evergreens.
And evergreens, yes. So, yep, get some noble fir, a little bit of cedar. So
bringing the joy to us.
Yes.
Thank you.
There you go.
All
Some
right.
snowflakes.
Tomorrow.
Hopefully.
Are your lights on outside at home?
Some little ones are, yes.
Okay. We have some questions for you. Sue would love to know what is wrong with these plants. We have some pictures. The leaves on the bottom always dry out. I split and repotted all of them.
Yeah.
But still having issues. So what do you think's going on?
Well, it looks like from here, it looks like a watering issue. So underwatering and overwatering can look very similar. So I would watch the watering, make sure that the soil is dry to the top, to the touch, before you rewater, especially at this time of year. Plants slow down, they're not growing as much, they're not using as much water.
You don't need to water every week.
You do not need to water every week.
Like once a month?
Depends on the plant, but yeah, you'll learn the rhythm for it. Depends on how warm you keep your house, how much sun it gets, there are a lot of factors, yeah.
All right.
When should butterfly bush and amaryllis plants be cut back? That's from Deborah.
Yes. So butterfly bush are a perennial here, and you could cut it back now, Deborah, or you could cut it back in the spring. If you do it now, leave a little stub so you know where it is. They are really late in coming back in the spring. Sometimes you forget they're there. And as far as amaryllis are concerned, if you had an amaryllis bulb from last year, from last holiday season, and you left it outside, you're going to want to bring it inside. The really cold temps are likely to freeze the bulb if it hasn't already. So cut that growth back and give it a rest of about 12 weeks. Then you can repot it and start it all over again. But you will not have flowers by Christmas.
In a dark place.
In a dark, cool, airy place, yes. It needs a rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
We all do.
We all do need a rest.
Mark wants to know about trimming hydrangeas. I guess it depends what kind they are.
It is, but a good rule of thumb for hydrangea, especially now, is that you can prune them in the spring. Wait until you start to see new growth and trim back to the set of buds. Hydrangea always have a double set of buds. Cut just above that, and you can shape it at the same time.
Yeah.
I notice a lot of them around my neighborhood. The cone ones?
The cone-shaped ones bloom on new wood, so those could be trimmed anytime.
But people, I think, like to keep them on until spring.
I think that they do. And then the ones that are rounder, A lot of those will bloom on old wood, which is why you're going to want to wait until spring anyway. So it's good general advice for them.
And for those of you with artificial plants, dust them before your Thanksgiving company comes over. They'll never know. That's my plant.
What's your plant's name?
Mitch. I have a plant named Mitch. He is about 20 years old. He's one of those like snake plant type.
Like
Yeah.
the
Like the
what's it
really
called?
lush green one.
Sansevieria.
Yeah. Very little water, little maintenance. That's why he's still alive.
They have a nice range. They'll take a nice range of light conditions too, so they're pretty easy to deal with.
Adaptable.
Keep it away from open flame. All right, we have a poinsettia question from Lisa. Tips to keep it best alive.
Okay, poinsettias like a warm spot. So don't have it be by a door or anywhere where there's a draft. And you're going to want to make sure that it doesn't get overwatered because they're a euphorbia, so kind of not a cactus family, but similar. So especially if it's in a nice sort of shiny foil wrapper, make sure you put a hole in that wrapper so that it drains out. And I will say, because this is a myth, every year we would need to say, poinsettias are not poisonous to pets or children.
Oh, that's good. That's a good reminder.
Yes, because I know we all think that they are. The sap is really sort of acidic, so you wouldn't want to eat it anyway.
I think a lot of people on Friday are going to start Christmas tree shopping.
They will be. It'll be a big day.
What should you look for?
Well, we had a drought, so what you're going to look for, if you're used to getting a big tree, you might find that difficult to find because they just didn't, those blocks of trees that were set for being 9 and 10 footers this year didn't get the height that they needed to. But the trees that have been coming in look good, so I would, though, make sure you put a really fresh cut on it when you bring it into the house and keep it watered. Those are the #1 things.
All right. Well, there you go.
Thank you.
Thank you all for writing.
Happy Thanksgiving to you guys.
Happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you on Monday on the news
Monday,
show.
yeah.
All right. Well, the final check of your forecast coming up.
If your home or business property has suffered storm damage, go with Ace Exterior Solutions. Ace will work with your insurance company to get you the best results for your damaged roof, siding, or gutters. Call now for a free storm damage inspection from Ace Exterior Solutions.
Salonpas, makers of powerful pain relief patches for 89 years, believes in continuous improvement, like rounded corners that resist peeling, with an array of active ingredients and sizes to relieve your pain. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
It's that time of year again, America. So let's light up the season during the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Choose from a large inventory of Ford vehicles equipped with technology, space, and flexibility for any season. Get special offers on our adventure-ready SUVs or on our great selection of Ford trucks. And make the holidays bright with Ford. Choose FlexBuy on Escape, Explorer, or Bronco with 2.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus 1,000 FlexBuy and 500 low APR cash.
Volunteering offers more than benefits for those served. Volunteers reap health benefits from the time they give. RSVP of Dane County's Driver Services Program needs volunteers to provide rides to medical appointments and deliver meals to older adults in Dane County. Ideal candidates are of legal driving age, love to drive, and meet new people. Schedules are very flexible, and volunteer drivers will use their own vehicles and are reimbursed for mileage. To make a difference this holiday season, please contact RSVP of Dane County today.
Don't take a chance when it comes to your home or business. Go with Ace Exterior Solutions. Call Ace now and save hundreds with their money-saving fall discounts on roofing and siding. Locally owned, full service, and always guaranteed. Ace Exterior Solutions.
New at 5, Will Keneally goes one-on-one with a Republican in support of fair maps. Hear former Senator Dale Schultz's unique perspective exclusively on News 3 Now. Then how you can enjoy some holiday spirits and still get home safely. That's coming up next.
Start your new day with the News 3 Now This Morning team, bringing you local breaking news, exploring all that makes our area special, and letting you know what to expect when you head out the door. The Emmy Award-winning News 3 Now This Morning, weekdays.
All right, folks, 41 for your Turkey Day, 32 on that holiday Friday, but it will be dry. We have snow shower chances. Those will increase as we go into Saturday night. Going on into your Sunday, right now, dusting inch or less, but, you know, that can still cause a little bit of a slick spot here or there, so be mindful of that on your Sunday as you go get that Christmas tree. If you do so after that, staying dry but cold next week.
All right, Alex, thank you. Programming note, we are not back on the air until Monday.
All right.
Off tomorrow, off Friday because there's football. So Monday, here on Live at 4, we'll head to the movies with Will Loper. He'll have the holiday box office numbers.
Something to look forward to next week. Don't forget to shop local this holiday. We'll get some shopping tips and suggestions from Madison Magazine.
You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont it. You want some ice time, a nice time, so good you post it twice time. You want some cheer, now I'll show you where you gotta be. Tell you who you gotta see, ooh, it's gonna make you smile. You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont.
Enjoy the magic of the North Pole, just east of O'Hare, with miles of memories waiting to be made. To Rosemont it your way, start at rosemont.com.
Rosemont it.
When dry eye symptoms keep coming back, inflammation might be to blame. Over-the-counter eye drops can provide temporary relief. Xiidra can provide lasting relief. It targets inflammation that can cause dry eye disease. Xiidra treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. Don't use if allergic to Xiidra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort or blurred vision when applied, and unusual taste sensation. Why wait? Ask your doctor about a 90-day prescription and pay as little as $0. Xiidra.
We keep this love in a photograph. We made these memories for ourselves, where our eyes are never closing, our hearts are never broken, and time's forever frozen still. So you can keep me inside the pocket of your ripped.
What can our foam do for your home? You'll be warm and comfortable inside, even when it's freezing outside. Your furnace will run less, keeping your heating bills lower. You'll have consistent temperatures throughout the whole house, and those annoying outside noises won't be nearly as loud. Upgrading your insulation upgrades your life. Winterproof now and get 0% financing for 72 months.
USA Insulation.
My dry eyes made me a burning, stinging 5 times a day.
Makeup smearing, drops user.
I want another option. That's not another drop.
Tyrvaya. It's not another drop. It's the first and only nasal spray for dry eye. Tyrvaya treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease fast by helping your body produce its own real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relying only on drops? Not me. My own real tears are my relief.
Ask your eye doctor about Tyrvaya.
In today's final touch, many of us are getting ready to prepare tomorrow's Thanksgiving feast.
You have all the favorites, the turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, and green bean casserole. Well, Thanksgiving dinner was served early to a group of otters at an aquarium in central New Hampshire. Video shot and posted by Living Shores Aquarium, based in Glen, shows their Asian small-clawed otters, Harry, Teddy, Peanut, Jelly, and Sacco, digging into the festive treats. Dishes on the menu include fish instead of turkey, mashed potatoes topped with mussel gravy, shrimp mocktail, and sardine latticed kibble pie. Yum. Fine dining, otter style. I think I'll skip it, all of those.
You'll stick with what you're having?
I think so.
Okay.
All right, have a great Thanksgiving, everybody. We'll see you back here on Monday. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.